Okay, today we're going to show you agent number 33, and this is simple KPI scoreboard. It creates a KPI scoreboard for you, tracks it weekly, you schedule it, and it reminds you to do it. It asks you a few questions, does all the work for you. So you can read all this and see what the agent does, who it's for, but really every single agent tells you everything it does, tells you what it's for, tells you the amount of time you're going to save, everything that you need to know. All you have to do is cut and paste the prompt. You're literally just going to cut it and go to your software of choice. I choose Claude and put in the prompt and say go. And then it should ask us questions, right? It should ask us questions to be able to propose what the 6 KPIs we're going to track are. So that's what we're waiting for now, is to say, okay, it's reading its instructions, it's going to ask us a few questions, and then it should create what we want to look at. So we're going to go ahead and say, okay, see, it's already saying, going to ask you a question. What does your firm mainly do? We're going to say advisory, a mix, because we do all those things. We're going to just say we're a smaller firm, 25 to 75. We're most concerned with revenue. And then those are the 3 questions. You can answer them any way that works for your company or your pain points, what you're looking for. And this works for any kind of company, not just a accounting firm. If you have a different type of service industry company, we certainly can make this work for that. So the 6 KPIs it came up with: money in this month, active clients, overdue money, revenue per client, new revenue signed this month, and recurring share of revenue. So every Friday it's saying, hey, let's do a check-in at 3 o'clock, and this will be the report I do for you every Friday. And I always tell it, okay, let's do a starting point. So I say, okay, schedule this for every Friday at 3 p.m. So now Claude's going to schedule it and say, okay, it's going to ask you every Friday at 3 p.m., hey, ready to do KPIs? And it will do the weekly report for you. So what I've done now is I've actually built in where it goes to look and gets all the information itself, so we can make this better every single day for you. So this is where you start. It's saying, hey, here's the scheduled task. Is this okay? And I read it and say, okay, is that really what I want it to do? And I say, yes, schedule that. And now it should schedule it, and then it's going to probably ask us if it wants us to create, we want it to create the KPI report. And we're going to say, yes, please do. Okay, so now every Friday it asks us, and I'll say, okay, ask me now for starting point numbers, right? So I have something to compare it to when it gives me that report every Friday. So I'm just going to give it numbers so we have a starting point. So it's going to say, okay, great. Let's grab that. What's your starting point? So money in this month, let's say 25K. Active clients. How many paid you in the last 90 days? So we probably have 55. And overdue money, we rarely have any overdue money. So let's say that it is $900. And revenue per client is about 600. Whoops. So I'm saying 600. And then number 5, it's asking for revenue signed this month, new clients plus upsells. So we have 1 new client, and it's $2,200 a month. And number 6, recurring share, roughly what percent of your revenue repeats every month? So 88% of our revenue repeats every month. Okay, so we're going to say go with the information we gave it. And now it should actually build the report that's going to tell you everything it does every time and show you its starting points and what it's going to look like every Friday when you get it. Sometimes Claude will build in Excel. Sometimes Claude will build in HTML. So it's going to give us, here's your baselines. Great. Now I'm going to say build the scoreboard in HTML format for my review. That is what should be done every Friday at 3 p.m. So now it's not only going to build it, but it's going to change our schedule for Friday to say, hey, no, she wants this every Friday. After she gives me numbers, she wants to see the report look like this. So let's see what it tells us right now. It's thinking. I'm very specific on the HTML only because it's a much cleaner version. I feel like when I have to review so many things that it's just easier to get through, because especially if you've built the KPIs right, correct? If you're tracking what you want to see, then it's a really quick thing, but it will give you all the numbers right in front of you, and you can change anything you want. If you're like, oh wait, I need to see graphs, or I need to see this, I need to see that, just tell it. It will do it. And then make sure you tell it to save that in the prompt, so every Friday it does it the same way. Every time you make a change, most of the time, I know Claude does, they will ask you, hey, do you want me to save this? And I just always say yes, update to my most recent version. So it's writing the file now. It found all the tools, it's creating, and now it's just writing the file, and hopefully it will also reschedule. All right, here we go. She's about to show us the KPI scoreboard. You can see up here, she's doing the output right now. And once you have built this, when you give it numbers, it's going to be even faster. Right now, it's building from scratch what you want to see. Now, every Friday, it's going to take you 5 minutes, right? So this is going to take us less than 15 to build it first time. And now every Friday, it's 5 minutes. So saves you a bunch of time. And sometimes I yelled at Claude, but everybody has learned that I like to call her Claudette. But when I am upset or think she's taking too long, I will call her Claude. So it's creating the artifact now. It is, hey, here's the scoreboard. Yes, please create it. It's bringing it up for us. Okay, so here's the scoreboard that it's created, right? And here's the trends. This is the information you log every Friday. Here's the history, right? So that's all great to say this week stuff first and down here, but after the next one, I bet you I would make more changes because I would want to see the comparison or the trends first. And it's very easy to do. And it's also updating the scoreboard task that we're doing, see, every Friday at 3. It's updating that to also do everything we told it to do on here. So every Friday now, you literally just pop in these numbers, say save the week, and boom, it's done. So this is super fast, super easy. And now it takes you less than 5 minutes to do it every week. And if you ever want to just move something, I'll show you just for the sake of showing you. But say you want this history or trend, I would more likely want the trend up top. It really doesn't do us any good today, but I'm just going to show you. So if once you use it the second time and you have a trend, right, because you have 2 weeks, it'll be on top. So I'm going to say, hey, move the money in trend graph to the top. And it's super simple to just tell her what you want. Because sometimes I also get in a place where I'm like, I don't need to see this anymore, but I haven't been seeing this, right? And so I'll add and subtract, and I'll say, hey, I absolutely want this to be, the same every week, but I'm no longer tracking this. So that kind of thing. And I keep history. You can see history, and I build it that way. So I'm an accountant. A lot of you probably are too. So numbers matter to me. So I will go down to the bottom and I will look at the trend that way as well. Numbers pop out at me more than a graph most of the time. So now this is completely done and we can use it every Friday. And it is scheduled inside of Claude. See this KPI scoreboard? It's scheduled every Friday to remind me to do it. And all I have to do is drop in the numbers and say save the week.